Greetings and salutations. This is the Untitled Joshcast, episode number 21. My name is Josh Gershman. I am joined, as always, by my co-host and co-Josh, Josh Hammond.
How's it going?
Hello. It is going well.
Hello.
You might have noticed we are doing something a little bit different this week. We are doing a playthrough slash walkthrough slash Josh and Josh get lost on the Oregon Trail. Who knows what's going to happen?
Hashtag we are old.
Hashtag we are old. I mean, that is also true. This is going to be fun. So if you are an audio listener, what's going to happen is that Josh, he will be driving the oxen on the trail, and I will be not so much a co-pilot as like his subconscious, you know, telling the story of the trail and just being there along for the journey. And, you know, obviously we'll have conversation and commentary and all that other good stuff. If you are watching this...
I would like to think of this... Sorry. I would like to think of this as we're going on the Oregon Trail, and you are my Daniel Stern, and this is the Wonder Years.
Yes. Okay. I love it. Okay. That's a great reference. This, just for sake of transparency, is take 2. We had some technical difficulties, but you know what? It's 2020, where everybody's going at their own speed, including the computers these days.
Yes, but I'm looking at this way.
Yeah.
It could not possibly be as hard for us to travel from Independence, Missouri, all the way to where we need to go than it could possibly be for you and I to figure out all of the technological problems that we just went through.
It's very true. We are privileged few that we get to travel the Oregon Trail from the comfort of our homes, virtually. All right. Well, yes. I think we're about to get started. How are you feeling? I mean, again, this is take 2, but just as a reset, I'm feeling good about this.
I am also feeling good. Here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to poke the number 1.
Great.
We're going to travel the trail.
Right.
On the last game, we decided we were going to be a carpenter. So this is going to be good for everyone because it's going to speed up the process. If you're a banker, you get more money. If you're a carpenter, you're basically the middle of the road. If you're a farmer, it's the toughest you can play this game, so you get more points for everything that you do. So we decided, in fairness to the game, like, you know, we're not going to go on easy. We're not going to go on ballistic. We're going to go middle of the road. We're just going to go to the middle.
Great.
So we did this last time again. I'm going to change it up a little bit, but we're going to stick with the cats. So the leader of our party is going to be my fluffy, super senior cat, Peekins.
Okay. Next.
She has a co-pilot with her all the time. His name is Chubbers. He is an orange cat. He's kind of an asshole. Chubbers. And that will actually probably benefit us in the wild because he is not going to shy away from a fight with a bear.
Love it. Number 3.
All right. I obviously have to go on this trip.
Ham cat.
So we're going to put Ham Cat.
Okay.
You're part of the podcast as well. That is not how you spell your name.
Okay.
I fixed that. And Nick Cage really let us down by breaking his leg on the last trip. So we're going to take... Oh, no, I can't spell her name out completely. So we're going back to taking Nick Cage.
Wow, what a twist ending. Okay, so what you missed was in our... we'll call it a practice round. We had Nick Cage, but it wasn't Nick Cage the actor. It was Nick N-I-C-K Cage, which is a different Nick Cage. And he broke his leg. And, you know, in 1848, a broken leg is a very serious medical issue. But we're back now. Different 1848. We are taking N-I-C Nick Cage, the appropriate spelling for Nick Cage.
Yes.
Can you do me a favor and move your mouse? Because the cursor is on the screen.
Did that work?
Nope. You know what? There's just going to be a mouse cursor on the screen. It's totally fine.
Did that work?
Nope.
All right. Well, there's a cursor there.
Okay. So we have the 5 names of our party. Just to recap, we have Peekins. Peekins, she is in charge. Chubbers is number 2. Hamcat at number 3. Gersh, that's me, at number 4. And rounding out the group at number 5 is the one and only Nick Cage.
Yes. I'm going to let you tell a little background about Oregon Trail and the fact that we played it as kindergartners in 1846.
Oh man. Okay, so this game came out I don't even remember when this game came out. It's not important. This was like a staple for me. This was the staple of free time in the computer lab in my schools growing up, where it was just row upon row of Apple IIe computers next to their giant, very loud dot matrix printers, which I can still hear in my dreams sometimes. And that computer lab time was filled with Oregon Trail and Number Munchers and what were those other games? There's all good like text adventure games where it's like turn on the light, open the door, all those kinds of crazy things. Oregon Trail was always fun because if you've played the game before, you know that when you die, when you sorry, this got a little dark. If you die on the trail, you have a headstone, and then you can leave a message there. And so what would happen is that like if you're at least this happened in my school, all the computers are like networked together somehow, and so everyone's playing at once. And if whoever died first, the farthest along, we would like come across that person's headstone along the way, and it would always be ridiculous. Here lies Mr. Butts and things like that. It was just great. But
yes.
Man, the memories go way back.
For those visual users watching the video, this is our leader.
There she is. Peekins is in charge. I think if you're watching this, you can tell by that photo, she means business.
She does mean business. All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right. So on the next screen,
yeah, we need to pick what month we want to leave. You can choose March, April, May, June, or July to leave out of Independence, Missouri. The choices here are basically based on the weather. Like you're going to hit the summer. You can either leave in the summer and you hit the summer right away, or you hit the summer as like you're halfway through the journey. But if you also leave too early, then there's snow and cold and all kinds of other stuff. And also, apparently, if you read through the menus, you want to make sure there's grass on the ground for your oxen to eat, which is also important.
I don't know that I've ever hit the 6 key. I didn't know that.
Nope, me either.
Learned a thing.
We learned a thing today.
All right. So I feel like we did fine leaving in April, other than the broken leg last time.
Yeah.
But that was because he was carrying an extra K that he shouldn't have been. So
true.
That weighed him down.
Wait, which I missed the month selection. When are we leaving?
I picked April.
Oh, okay. We are leaving April again. Okay, got it. April 1st, yes. 1848. All right, now we've got to buy supplies.
Yes, so we're going to buy supplies. And we discovered that Matt's name was not Mr. Matt. Matt is his first name. So I'm going to allow you to generate a last name for this man.
Okay, good question. All right, so we're in Independence, Missouri. It's 1848. He's got a mustache. He's bald. He's got like, what is that hairstyle actually? Where he's bald, but he's got like that like wraparound hair thing.
I like to call that the Larry Moe curly.
So he's bald. He's got this Larry Moe curly thing. He's also smoking a pipe, which is really classy. Yes. And he has an apron on. Like he's literally doing all of the jobs at once.
I like his striped pants bow tie combo.
It's very classy.
Yes.
I feel like I want to call him Matt Jamestown.
All right. This man's name is now Matt Jamestown.
Matt Jamestown is the proprietor of this store where you now have $800 to spend on oxen, on clothing, and on food.
Yes. While I get to the next screen, why don't you Google what $800 in 1848 would be the equivalent of today?
Okay. 1848 money conversion. Okay. All right. Here we go. $800 in 1848 is $26,000 today.
Holy shit. All right. So We are very good carpenters.
Clearly very good carpenters.
All right.
All right, so
I'm
we're
going
buying
for the
oxen.
oxen.
Yeah.
We're going to buy 8 of them, so I need 4 yoke. We made that problem go away last time.
Yes.
For those of you who couldn't see it, last time I accidentally bought 8 pairs of oxen, not realizing that that meant 16 oxen. And Matt Jamestown was nice enough to let us return 4 of them without interest.
He was very
So,
nice about it. There was no restocking fee. There was no surcharge. We had made a clerical error, and Mr. Jamestown handled it with class and dignity. We appreciate that.
He didn't make us buy on credit later. It was really nice.
It was nice.
So we spent $160 on 8 total oxen, which we can name along the way. That'll be fun.
Okay.
All right. So we have food. I bought 1,200 pounds of food.
1,200 pounds. Okay.
All right. Clothing. We ended up buying. It says two sets per person. So I technically think that they're including the cats there, which means we need 10 pair. We bought 12.
12 sets. Got it.
I'm really excited to see Pekins wear those boots and that hat at the bottom of the screen.
And a bow tie. Don't forget the bow tie.
That's true. And a bow tie. Ammunition. We last time bought 5 boxes. I've realized that I do not shoot as well as I used to. So we're going to buy 10 boxes.
Smart. 10 boxes of ammo. Excellent.
Yes. Spare parts. I think I went a little cheap on this last time. We're going to do 4, 4, and 4.
All right. So that's
shit. We can only have 3 wagon wheels.
Okay.
So we're going to go
3 wheels.
3 wheels.
3 axles.
We're going to do 3 axles and 3 tongues.
Got it. Doesn't that seem weird to you? Like, the wagon has 4 wheels and 2 axles. So why can't you take an even number of spare parts? Like, I don't, like if you have a if you have a car that's 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, you can't just replace 1 tire. You have to replace 2 because of the way in which I'm just saying, man. All right. Anyway,
it's weird.
I'm just nitpicking. Okay.
I don't think it'll be an issue. We only have 8 oxen power. I think we're okay.
You're right. All right. Our total bill here is $630 for all these things, leaving us with $170 to go out on the trail with. I think that's all right.
I'm going to leave the store. I'm going to wish him a good day. Thank you, Mr. Jamestown.
Thank you, Mr. Jamestown.
He says good luck.
Thanks, buddy. All right, now we're treated to this lovely scene of Independence, Missouri. Again, I'm sorry that you can't hear the music that traditionally plays behind these scenes, but we'll just have to describe them for you. It's really like, the beginning of this westward expansion. A great time in our country, except for except for the part where we were killing Native Americans left and right.
Yeah, that happened a lot.
Yeah. I do love the little dog here, just hanging out in the middle of the street.
That is a dog, right? Like,
I'm pretty
that's
sure
not like Chubbers didn't get out. That's not him.
Actually, it's a little, it's too hard to tell, but you never know.
Chubbers is going to steal that guy's hat. That's what happens. He's going to punch that kid in the face, take his hat, and then we're going to go.
I love it.
Okay. It's the rough and tough cat of the West.
It is April 1st, 1848, and we are about to head out on the Oregon Trail from Independence, Missouri. It is a cool day in April. Actually, let me do a quick one of these. April 1st, 1848. What day of the week were you? This is very important, for historical reasons.
Are you actually Googling what day of the week it was?
Yes. I am not great at Googling this. What day of the week were you? I have no idea. It was a Saturday. Great. Saturday, April 1st, 1848. We are ready to go.
All right. For those who can't see this because it's not coming up, I'm just going to read it to you. This is what happened on April 1st of 1848. And it says literally No entries found. Nothing happened on this day.
I love it. Well, you know what that means? That means that in the Back to the Future universe, that we're not overwriting any history. That we're like in the clear right now. We're not going to run over any butterflies. We're not going to accidentally kill our grandparents. We're in the clear.
That's a perfect plan. So when Chubbers punched that kid in the face and took his hat, it did not change the space-time continuum.
We're good. We're good. We're ready to go.
All right.
All right, let's do this.
Here we go.
Okay.
All right. So we can only see one oxen at a time. I promise you that side by side, those oxen are 8 deep. What is that oxen's name?
Well, I think the oxen are just going to have to be numbered because the game doesn't tell us. When an oxen gets injured or dies, it doesn't tell us which one.
That's true. We'll name them as they die.
Okay.
I skipped a screen for you. I didn't mean to hit the space bar. I got excited.
Totally fine.
We traveled from Independence, Missouri to the Kansas River.
We did. We made it a week. It's now April 7th. We're a week in. We're at the first river crossing. Let's take a look around.
All right. It looks like we ate 990 pounds of food in 6 days.
Not 90 pounds. Not 990 pounds.
Oh, you're right. I read that wrong. I was like, Jesus, we are blowing through the food. All right. That makes more sense. Let's look. I'm glad everybody gets to see me do math. All right. Here we go.
All right. So we're at the Kansas River. It's very serene here. There's a giant tree. You know, I myself am not familiar with the Kansas River. I can only assume this is exactly what it looks like.
It literally, this isn't even like an artist rendition. This is like, it's a photograph. It's just that this is what photographs looked like in 1848.
Amazing. The clouds are beautiful. I mean, really the rendering of the clouds is really something else.
I appreciate that. Being from Kansas, I made them myself.
Yeah. All right. So now, of course, we are at the first of many river crossings, which is you know, always a tricky time when you're on the trail.
This is how you die every time.
We'll get some info here as we take our next step.
We are going to get some info. First, I'm just going to let everybody see this is what we're trying to do.
Oh, okay. Let me so we're looking at the map right now. I'm going to hide our logo real quick. So we're right here in the beginning. Over on the far right of the map, Independence, Missouri is where we started. We've made it a little way west, not too far. I mean, we're just inched over here. We've got quite the journey ahead of us with no shortage of river crossings and forts and bandits and cowboys. It's going to be a great time. So far,
it's going to be amazing. And thankfully, as we were leaving, because it's Independence, Missouri, we stopped at Kauffman Stadium and we caught a Royals game on our way out.
Amazing. That's the great thing, you know, like catch a ball game and then head out on the trail.
It's amazing. Cats had a hot dog and a beer.
Man. All right, here we go.
Wow.
We are at the first
river
crossing.
Is significantly lower than it was the first time we tried to cross this.
Well, see what I learned. Again, I'm literally learning things 30 years after playing this game the first time, which is one, that the weather has an effect on the rivers. I did not know that. What else did I learn? The whole thing about oxen needing to eat grass. Totally.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
We didn't know that. Okay. Anyway,
it's because all we wanted to do when we played as kids was write Seymour Butts on a gravestone.
100% true. We're at the Kansas River crossing. It is 626 feet across, which is, that's way too far across. But it's 4.5 feet deep. And so you've got some options here, whether to ford the river, whether to caulk the wagon and float it across, or whether to take a ferry, or obviously wait it out and see if the weather changes the river conditions.
I don't think there's a reason for us to wait it out because we haven't hit any storms or anything. So that doesn't seem like an option.
Yeah, I agree.
We spent more money than we did last time because I bought more parts. So I would not like to spend the $5 on the ferry yet. Fair. So our options are really caulk the wagon and try to float across or attempt to ford the river. Now, how tall do we think a stagecoach is? Like, I think 4.5 feet is a little deep for us to try to drive across.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's too risky to ford it. I think we just float it. I think we float it across.
All right, so we're going to caulk the wagon. and we're going to float across it, and we're going to hope that Nick Cage doesn't drown.
Here we go. Fingers crossed, everybody.
Here we go. Anxiety. Let's do this.
All right, we're floating. We're floating. We're floating. Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Okay. The wagon tipped over. We only lost 7 sets of clothing. So we lost from 12 sets. We're now down to 5 sets. I'm keeping track. So
literally, we have the clothes we're wearing, and that's it.
Yeah, we've got we have 1 extra pair now per person. So that's rough.
Luckily, the cats don't wear pants.
Oh, that's true. That'll actually save us some money. Now, yes. Fortunately, it doesn't look like we have suffered any other damage here. Let's continue on and make sure that that's the case. Whew. Okay. April 8th.
All right, that seems fun.
April 8th now, 1848. We had a bit of an incident crossing the Kansas River, but thankfully, knock on wood, the only thing we lost were some clothes, which we can make those up.
And a little bit of pride.
Yeah, that too. All right, our next landmark, 82 miles away, the Big Blue River crossing.
Amazing. Peekins is going to slap the oxen on the butt, and we're going to go.
Let's do it. Now, the weather is still good. It's warm. Our health is good. We're coming up on the river. You know, I feel like we've shaken out the nerves of that river crossing. I feel pretty good right now.
Yeah, I feel all right. All right, okay. So we've made it. We're going to look around.
Now, here we are at the Big Blue River. It is now April 13th. So, again, we're just under 2 weeks in. This looks very nice. Those trees look a little barren for April. You know, shouldn't there be more leaves on those trees?
It's a haunted forest.
Yeah. Okay, hopefully that
We've conveniently parked our oxen in the river.
They needed a bath.
You know, that's true.
Hopefully
oxen notoriously smell bad.
Yeah, hopefully those spooky trees aren't like a sign of things to come.
That would be bad. All right.
Here we go.
All right, so let's do this.
All right, now here, so now we're 230 feet across the Big Blue River, certainly much narrower than the Kansas River, and only 2.8 feet deep in the middle.
Correct. I think that we just try to ford the river.
Yeah, let's do it. I feel like this is manageable.
Yeah, we lock in our 4x4 wheels on the stagecoach, and we, turn up the oxen a little bit. We'll see what happens.
Here we go. Crossing the river. Fingers crossed, everybody. Oh, God, we're so close. Okay, we made it. The only thing that happened is our supplies got a little wet, and we lost the day on the trail. But all things considered, not too bad.
I think that's manageable.
I think that's manageable, too. All right, so we're continuing on. Next up on our trek is Fort Kearny, 118 miles away. Still feeling pretty good.
Feel all right about this so far. Still have all of our oxen. Nobody's naked.
All right, here we go. Looks like the weather is still going to hold out for us. It's getting a little bit warmer, which is natural. Oh, boy. So
it's with this oxen.
We've had our first issue here on the trail. One of our ox has wandered off. Now, does it say... Here's the thing. It wandered off, but did it come back? Like, are we down to 7 oxen? Or do we still have 8? Because we also lost 3 days. So did we spend... What do you think? Did we spend those 3 days finding the oxen?
I'm going to size up.
Oh.
It says we have 8 oxen, so it came back.
See, these are all the things that, like, 12-year-old me never would have done playing this game. I would have just been like, screw that ox, let's go. What we have discovered is that we did spend those 3 days recovering our missing oxen. So now we're back to full strength. It's now April 20th.
Picture it if you will. It was 2 cats walking around nature, putting up reward posters with the face of an oxen. And we have recovered the oxen.
How much was the reward, though?
We didn't pay a reward because we're poor and we lost all of our pants in the river.
Wow. That took a turn.
Tough times.
Well, it's April 20th now. We're closing in on Fort Kearney. We're just like 1 or 2 days away.
Here we go.
Okay. Coming up to the fort.
Apparently, at this time in our union, there were only 4 states in the union based on that flag.
Yeah, I mean, the flag's a little outdated. That's okay. I'll allow it.
All right, let's look around.
Oh, man. It's very patriotic here. Like, there's guys or there's guys in uniform. There's a flag. Very patriotic here.
That flag has 9 stars.
Yeah,
I like the hot pink dress on that lady.
Yeah, she's very fancy looking.
Yeah, everyone else is in blue, and like Marilyn Monroe over there is like, look at me. I'm in fuchsia.
Very fancy. Now, what is there to do here at the fort? I feel like there's some people we can talk to.
It says that we can talk to some people if we hit the number 8.
All right, let's talk to some locals. We come across a soldier. He has some advice for us. The trails from the jumping off places, Independence, St. Joseph, Council Bluffs, come together at Fort Kearney. This new fort was built by the U.S. Army to protect those bound for California and Oregon. All right, well, I feel like they just could have put that on a sign. Like, they didn't need a person to tell them to, you know?
I feel like that guy... Let's see if anybody else has anything else useful to say.
Oh, Big Louie is here. I didn't know Big Louie was here. Guys.
He's going to sell us a car.
Big Louie, Big Used Car Louie is a fixture out here on the Oregon Trail. He has some actual advice for us. Here it goes. The Platte River Valley forms a natural roadway from Fort Kearney to Fort Laramie. Travelers bound for California, Utah, and Oregon all take this road. Could be the easiest stretch of the whole trip. Should see antelope and plenty of buffalo. Now, the Platte River Valley, I'm going to write that down in my little guidebook here. Platte.
That's important.
River Valley. That's going to come back later.
Yes. All right. We checked our supplies already. We'll let everybody have a quick glance at the map.
Yeah, I mean, you can see we're a little farther along. You can see the upcoming landmarks. Laramie, Wyoming, Soda Springs. I always love that name, Soda Springs. And all those other places.
Soda Springs sounds like a good place to get a drink.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go. Let's go. Okay. It's April 23rd now. We're 250 miles away from our next landmark, which is Chimney Rock. We'll try to make it there in one piece.
Also known as Technological Rock, where our computers crashed last time.
I mean, look, we did have some technical difficulties, but that's okay. It wouldn't be 2020 without some challenges. Now, I noticed
I don't like that the ground just turned pink.
Yeah, I was just about to point that out. That's a little disconcerting to me, because that makes me now worried about our oxen and whether they're going to be eating pink grass or green grass. Now, clearly right away...
Pink grass is bad for you.
We have stumbled across the wrong trail. We lost 5 days on our journey. But that's okay. We haven't lost anything or anyone else, thankfully. It's now May 9th, 1848.
Pekins got into the catnip and took a left instead of a right.
That happens. I mean, look, we did a whole episode on City Slickers. And you remember the whole business with the chef, just like getting into his booze and going, like, look, that's a thing that happens out there on the trail. So that's a real life thing. We're only a couple days out from Chimney Rock here. So we should be able to make it there okay.
Is good where our health started, or did we drop to good?
I believe good is the high water mark.
Okay, good. All right.
Oh no.
Bad water.
We've come across some bad water. That's not good. I mean, for obvious reasons.
Yes.
But we're at Chimney Rock here.
So we should look around.
It's a rock.
It is a rock.
Do you ever notice how the clouds...
In the background?
The clouds are actually above the horizon line?
Yeah, that's weird. Apparently things hadn't settled yet in life.
Not so much.
They want us to know with the background music that if all acquaintances should be forgotten, blah blah blah. New Year's Eve song.
And just meet at Chimney Rock, I think is the message here.
Yes. All right.
All right.
So I don't know what we do about our bad water.
You know what? What if we stopped to rest?
We can do that. Before we do that, let's ask Aunt Rebecca Sims for some advice.
Aunt Rebecca Sims here. Now, whose aunt is she? Like,
Peekins.
Peekins' aunt. Oh, okay, fantastic. So Aunt Rebecca Sims has some advice for us. I hear terrible stories about wagon parties running out of food before Oregon. The whole party starving to death. We must check our supplies often. We might not get there as soon as we think. Always plan for the worst, I say. Now, Aunt Rebecca is a little bit of a little negative, but a little pessimistic, but still good advice.
She's kind of a buzzkill.
A little bit of a buzzkill, but she's not wrong.
That's true.
All right. I'm not sure what we do about this bad water situation.
Well, we were going to rest. So how many days would we like to rest?
All right, well, it's May 11th here. I feel like 2 or 3 days should be good.
All right, let's go the middle of the road, and we'll do 2.
2, great. Okay.
All right, so we've rested. Let's get back on the trail. We have 570 pounds of food, so we should try to hunt soon.
Yes, agreed.
All right, so let's do spacebar, and I don't know what that even means. Shit.
So I think what we realized, that alert was for inadequate grass. So I think what that means is exactly what we posited, is that pink grass is bad for the oxen.
There we go.
So nothing we can do about that, but we can hunt and find some food. We also need now to repair a broken wagon tongue, which fortunately we have 3, so we can do that.
Yeah.
So
would you like to try to repair it? I think yes, because we are carpenters.
Wait a second. Oh, okay. I always forget this. It asks you whether, it's always like a game of chance whether you can fix it or not. But if you can't fix it, you can just use your spare part, which is what we're down about to do anyway. Thanks
Correct.
a lot, game.
So what we're going to do is we're going to use our part. It's fixed. And then it said very little water before I hit the
that's
enter
not good.
key. So I think that what we're going to do is take a second. We're going to hunt.
Okay.
And I'm going to try not to get eaten by a buffalo.
Great. All right, so now we're out here hunting. You've got 1 buffalo already right off the bat. That was an impressive shot. Now, here is the part of the game which is just endlessly frustrating, which is it limits how much you can take back to your wagon at 100 pounds. And this buffalo is going to come in at well over 100. It'll be probably over 500 if I had to guess.
That's true.
That's the part of this game it's always frustrating. Because then you've got to spend more time hunting and wasting a day each time you hunt to only bring back 100 pounds each time. So here we go, 958 pounds of meat on this animal that we can only bring 100 back to. See, that's just very wasteful to me. I hope that there are 8 other wagons driving by right now that we can all split up this load,
Yes, and the least they could do is let me make extra pants out of buffalo skin.
Right? We lost all that clothing back there. The least they could do is do that. All right, we're going back out to hunt.
Let's see what...
That rabbit, man. There was a very wily rabbit that took off. Oh, God. Wow. I thought that rabbit was coming right at your face. All right, so now we've got a rabbit and a squirrel. And that buffalo. And a buffalo. Oh, man. This is cleaning up here.
I'm going for broke.
Wow. I mean, just making out like a bandit. If only game, we could take all this food back, we would be set. We would want for nothing. 1,900 pounds. Oh my God. I feel like, come on, Oregon Trail, help me out a little bit here. All right, so 1,900 pounds.
Pete is about to cancel the podcast.
You know what? Try me, okay? I'm not here for that. 1,900 pounds of meat between the buffalo and the rabbit and the squirrel, and we can only bring 100 pounds back. Look, I get that's what Oregon Trail wants us to do. I'm just saying I'm not happy about it. That's all I'm saying.
It's definitely not efficient.
It is not efficient. All right, here we go. Day 3. There's some deer. Got a deer right off the bat. Deer are good for about 60 or 70 pounds. So if you can also...
Yeah, we got room to shoot another something.
Yeah, if you can also get something else here, you should be good for the day. Or another buffalo, that's fine too.
There we go.
I mean, look, when it rains, it pours, and sometimes when it rains, it kills wild animals. I don't know where I was going with that metaphor. It's fine.
I like my face, though.
Okay, 978 pounds this time, of which we can take back 100. So we've had 3 very successful hunting days. We managed to recoup 300 pounds of food. I feel pretty good about that. I wish I knew what to do about this water situation, though. But we're about to get to the fort, Fort Laranie. Is it Fort Laranie? I think it's Fort Laranie. So we'll see what happens there.
I think it's Fort Laranie. All right, here we go.
Okay. Man, that water situation. Very troubling.
It is a water situation.
Oh, we passed a gravesite.
Oh, here we are.
Okay, let's see who it is.
All right, let's do this. I hope it's just Seymour Butts.
Here lies Voland. Hey, 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 come out and play. That's just amazing.
That's pretty clever.
Thank you, Voland.
Hey.
For your service. Thank you for your service, sir.
Hey, 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 come out and play.
I mean, look, as headstones go, that's pretty good.
It is good. We do want to look around Fort Laranie.
All right, we're at Fort Laranie. There are some Native Americans here. They're having a great time. There's some wild horses. There's some tents. There's also clearly some kind of a military presence here. So hopefully we can get some supplies maybe, or at least some water. That would be helpful.
Water would be good.
Let's
talk to some fine individuals.
All right, so we first come across a Sioux Brave, and the Brave's message for us is thus. The Pawnee, like Pawnee from Parks and Rec. The Pawnee are the mortal enemies of the Sioux. Oh, this got dark real quick. The Pawnee are the mortal enemies of the Sioux. I would not hesitate to kill any Pawnee I met, but I have never killed a white man. All I ask from the white man is to leave me alone and leave my buffalo alone. Oh
my God, don't tell him about the buffalo.
Sir, we come in peace. We have no quarrel with you. We will get out of your way.
Also, there is roughly 2,000 pounds of buffalo behind us that you guys can have.
Yeah, I mean, look, we needed food, so we hunted food. It's not necessarily our fault that we couldn't take it all, but it is our fault.
We should run.
We should go. Can we attempt to trade here? I wonder what options that will bring us.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, you can only trade stuff. That's right. So we're in some kind of trading post here, and somebody wants 1 set of clothing, and he'll give us 79 bullets. We are not lacking for bullets, but we are lacking for clothing, so that doesn't seem like quite the best deal for us.
No deal.
No deal. It's May 23rd
I think that we should.
Yeah. What do you think? What are you thinking?
Shop.
Okay.
Do we have a shop option?
No.
Buy supplies.
Yes, we do. I wasn't looking. We can buy supplies.
I feel like we should buy 2 pairs of clothing.
Great idea. All right, so we're back up down to 7 sets of clothes. 7 sets.
Cool.
Do you want to buy any food while we're here?
We might want to.
Okay.
The price is cheaper than when we left.
I think it's 20 cents a pound when we left. Now it's 30 cents.
Oh, I thought it was 40 cents.
How
many pounds do you suggest?
You know what? Let's go. How much money do we have? $140. Let's go with maybe 300 to 400. That's what I'm thinking.
Let's do 350 pounds of food.
Okay. Leaves us with only $35, but we have all of our oxen still. We've got plenty of ammo, and we've got plenty of parts. So I think we're okay.
Yes. All right, we're leaving the store.
Okay.
Just going to do a quick inventory. 8, 7, 192, 332,000 pounds of food.
Yep.
And we have $35.
Plenty of food.
All right. We should probably rob somebody soon. But other than that, I think we're okay.
Our next landmark is 190 miles away. It's Independence Rock. You'll notice the very scenic mountains now. I almost call them mountains. The very scenic mountains now in the background. They're very colorful. So it's May 23rd now, 1848. Yeah. We are about to head out. It's a bit of a... This is one of the longer distances, I think, between landmarks. So we'll see what happens here. Hopefully, hopefully the weather will change and we'll get some water back, because the water part is very troubling. Oh, no. Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
All right, we've had our first...
Nick Cage has a fever.
Our first personnel problem. Nick Cage has a fever. You'll notice our health has dropped to fair from good, so that's troubling.
That's not good.
Let me write this down. May 26th. Nick Cage fever. Okay. Here we go. Oh, man.
All right. Do you think we should rest and let him heal?
It's not a bad idea. I am concerned about this water situation, but I don't know what we can do about that.
Me too.
All right. We're going to rest. How many days are you thinking? 3 days? 3 days sounds good.
Let's give him 3 days.
Okay.
And get him through to almost payday.
Okay. So May 29th. Now, the weather is now cool, so it cooled off. We were dealing with some hot weather, so hopefully the cooler weather will improve everyone's health.
Yes. It looks like our health is up to fair, or was it fair? It was fair.
It was at fair. Oh.
We found fruit.
I love wild fruit. That's amazing. Okay, we found some wild fruit. That's great news. That'll bolster our food supplies a little bit.
That's true.
Still dealing with this bad water. Oh, boy. We took a wrong turn again. Lost 5 days. Doing okay, though. Now
like you do.
4th. Now it's June 4th. We're 144 miles away. Running low on water. Oh. The grass did just change back to green. So hopefully
which means there has to be water somewhere.
Hopefully that bodes well for us. We did lose the trail again. I gotta tell you, man, these cat navigators, I'm really starting to question their experience.
I think that we've made a vital mistake by letting cats drive.
Look, they had so much... I think they really sold us the bill of goods that they couldn't deliver on,
Tell them what happened next.
Wrong trail again. This is comic. Like, you couldn't make this up. How many times we've lost the trail. It's now June 16th. We have spent at least a couple weeks just on wrong trails at this point. But we're now only 86 miles away from Independence Rock. We have gone back to pink grass, however. That's a little worrisome. Oh, now it's green again. Man, this game... Oh, it's rainy now, too. Look, the Oregon Trail giveth and the Oregon Trail taketh. I think that's really the message here.
That's true.
That we can all get behind. But we're at Independence Rock.
It's mostly the felines take a thing.
Yeah, that's true. Now, this is very scenic. You got this nice view of this river winding through the mountains. There's a couple of wagons off in the distance there. Very scenic, I gotta say.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
I think we should just live here. We don't need gold.
Yeah, like why? Yeah, like look how nice it is here. We should just stop. But you know what? The game won't let you stop. The game wants you to continue on west. And west we shall go. Oh, Aunt Rebecca is still
Rebecca here again?
And you know what? I bet Aunt Rebecca's wagon was right behind ours. And when we pulled up, they were like, hey guys, what's happening? So we have another nugget of wisdom from Aunt Rebecca. This is what she has for us this time. No butter or cheese or fresh fruit since Fort Laramie. Bless me, but I'd rather have my larder full of food back east than have our names carved on that rock. Well, 'tis a sight more cheery than all the graves we passed. Man, Aunt Rebecca is a buzzkill.
She's a killjoy.
Wow. Like, I thought the first one was like, oh, make sure you've got food and supplies. I thought that was like just her being worrisome. No, she is like a serious Debbie Downer.
Yeah. She's mad about the lack of cheese in her life, but also like, you're the one that told us to have the supplies. Like, take your own advice, bitch.
To be fair, I would also be upset about a lack of cheese. But I feel like I would have been prepared for that and would have brought extra cheese.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me.
That's true.
All right. Let's continue onward. 102 miles to
Here
South Pass. Now, as we continue on here, I believe South Pass is when we're going to get the decision to... We're going to get our first decision point of whether to go one way or another. And that will really change the outcome for us and how things happen.
That's true. We'll have to decide at that point as the cats fly.
That's true. All right, here we go. It is late June now. Oh, now, isn't this interesting? We found an abandoned wagon with 2 sets of clothing. So now we're up to 9 sets of clothing. Look at that. See? All that clothing we lost in the middle, in the early part of the trail here, we're fine. Back up to 9 sets. And 21 bullets. Now, the bullets, that's just gravy. You are a crack shot with that rifle, man. So I feel like 21 bullets will go quite a long way. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, I spoke too soon. Oh, God. Okay. Chubbers has a fever. Our co-pilot has come down with a fever. Now, let me write this down. June 27th. Chubbers fever. Now, we're only a couple days out from South Pass. We could use some more food. We're down to 565 pounds. How do you feel about maybe a rest break, maybe a hunting break? How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, let's do a rest. Chubbers is a bit cranky when he's at 100%. So I'm sure that he is a tyrant right now with fever. So let's give him a couple days to heal his little feline paw.
Okay. So we're going to rest a couple days. We're now at June 29th. Okay.
All right. So let's go ahead and attempt to hunt, because I think that was a valid point too. Oh my God, buffalo everywhere.
So now there's a lot more rocks here as we are getting into the mountains. Oh, there's a deer. Oh, got him. Got the deer. That'll be good for 60 or 70 or so pounds. Not too much other activity. There was one wild buffalo as we started this hunt, but I don't see him. Oh, there's another deer. Excellent shot. All right, we're two deer in. I think that will put us... I think that 2 deer should put us over the 100-pound mark. 130 pounds. There you go. So we're able to take 100 pounds of that. A little more efficient that time than just leaving buffalo on the side of the road.
Yeah, I feel like, at that point we just left the parts that we didn't want to eat anyway.
Yeah. All right. We're back at hunting attempt number 2 here. A little bit more open.
I just missed a buffalo.
Many rocks. That buffalo just got away. There's a deer. Nailed him. There's a deer. There's a buffalo coming. Nailed it. All right. We're going to be well over the 100-pound mark here. Now, the other thing that we can do is we can adjust how much food people are eating. Now,
true.
The crew might not be happy about it, but it will save some food it will ration it out a little bit.
That's true. Let's hunt once more, and then we'll make some adjustments.
Okay. So we're going out hunt number 3. We got a pretty open space here. There's a rabbit right there. Got him. Wild buffalo appears. Nailed it. I mean, your accuracy is just off the charts. I mean, you should, have you ever considered going pro in Oregon Trail hunting?
I have not, but if that's a thing that, they should add it to e-games.
They should. That should be absolutely be another esport. Fortnite, Dota, and Oregon Trail hunting. I love it. All right, well, 1,000 pounds in, of which we can only take 100. 3 successful hunting trips netted us 300 pounds of meat. So we have some options here to adjust how much food people are eating. By default, it's set at filling, which means that meals are large and generous, and then there's 2 other options, meager and bare bones. Meager obviously means that meals are smaller, but adequate. Bare bones meaning that they're very small and people will be hungry. The benefits to this in the long term are that if people are eating less, the food will last longer. But, You know, that, with that last option there, like, that's really like as a last resort.
All right. Well, let's try meager for a little while.
Okay.
And if people start getting sick, we'll just go back and I'll hunt more.
Fair enough. All right. So here we go. We are. Oh, it's raining again. So hopefully that should clear up the grass situation. Oh boy, I spoke too soon. We have just hit a severe thunderstorm. We lost a day there. That actually, that I don't mind, because conceivably we could have just waited out that day for the storm to pass.
That's true. We missed July 4th.
Oh, that's right. Well, you know what? We can celebrate. We can celebrate finding some wild fruit right now. We can celebrate the birth of our nation. The birth of our nation? You know what I mean. We can celebrate once we get to South Pass, which should be in a couple days.
That's fair. All right.
Here we go. Oh, another abandoned wagon. 3 more sets of clothing. You know what that means. We are back up to the 12 sets we had in the beginning. Amazing. Yes. And more bullets. Okay, so here we are at South Pass. There is a native guide showing the way. Is that guy wearing a shirt? I'm not sure he's wearing a shirt.
I can't tell.
I think there's a topless cowboy with a rifle. I'm not, you know what? This is, if you are an audio listener, you need to watch this part of the episode, because I don't know what's happening here. And if you are watching this on YouTube, let us know what's happening here. Also, there's this woman hanging out the back. I think she's concerned about what's happening.
She is concerned. I mean, if you have a rifle and you're not wearing a shirt, that's a really good way to get a gunpowder burn.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Now, here we are. Here is where the trail divides, and we have our first choice. So 1 is to head for the Green River crossing, 2 head for Fort Bridger. Why don't we pull up the map here so we can see what our options are? Okay, so Fort Bridger is to the south. The other option I assumed would have gone to the north. We're about halfway through this trek here, as you can see.
Yes.
What are you thinking right now? You thinking Fort Bridger, or are you thinking, I can't remember what the other option was?
The other option appears to be the Green River crossing. So let's see if we can find that.
So that little squiggly line is to the left of South Pass, is probably the river, if I had to guess.
Okay.
So it's probably the river and then Soda Springs to the west, versus going south, maybe south to Fort Bridger, where there isn't necessarily a river crossing, and then back up to Soda Springs. That would be my theory.
Well, I guess in theory, then what we're seeing is if we go to Fort Bridger, it's going to take longer. But if we go straight to Soda Springs, we're going to have to cross a river.
Yep.
And I don't love rivers, so let's go to Fort Bridger.
Let's do it. We're going to Fort Bridger, folks. 125 miles. That's not too bad. It's not too bad at all.
No, that's not bad at all.
We are in mid-July now. The weather is warm, as you would expect. Our health is fair. Doing okay. We are approaching the fort. Everything seems to be on the up and up. Get a little bit of rain in. I don't mind that.
It's been a fortnight since Pecans got lost.
That's true. And here we are at the fort. Just like that. We're at Fort Bridger. This doesn't look the most welcoming. Like, there's no people out here welcoming us. It's like we rolled into town and everybody turned the lights off and closed their windows and doors.
Yeah. This looks like we're about to get hijacked.
Yeah, I don't love this situation right now. I'm a little worried for us. Hide the women and children, and secure the valuables.
Yes, hide the kittens.
All right. Well, so now we are, in fact, going to go back north up to Soda Springs. So we successfully navigated around that Green River crossing. So all things considered, I feel like that was a pretty good detour.
Me too. Let's go get some root beer.
Let's do it. Oh, God. Oh, no. Right as we leave Fort Bridger, We have an incident with a snake on the side of the trail. None other than Nick Cage gets bitten by a snake. Oh, God.
It's
Gotta
not
put this
how
on
it
my
would have
log.
happened.
July 21st.
Nick Cage would have bitten that snake.
Nick Cage, snake bite. Yeah, I agree. Like, it says Nick Cage got bit by the snake, but what happened to the snake, right? That's what I want to know.
Yes.
Now,
I don't feel like they've allowed for the craziness of Nick Cage here.
They're also not specifying whether the snake is venomous, whether Nick Cage is suffering from any paralysis, or what the danger is here. So we're just going to have to hope for the best, I guess.
We do. We have to just pray to whatever God or lack of God you might choose that Nick Cage survives.
Indeed. All right, well, the only thing we can do is press on. We continue onward. It is late July now. The weather is warm still as we come into a hot stretch. We are getting into the 500 pound food mark, which is generally when we might want to stock back up. But we found yet another abandoned wagon with 3 more sets of clothing. I gotta say, we should be able to sell these surplus sets of clothing.
Yeah, we're basically a gap at this point.
Like, I'm just trying to run a business out here on the trail. Like, it's just basic supply and demand.
That's true.
All right, we're now up to 15 sets of clothing. That's wild.
Well, 15. Let's see if we can try to trade.
No one wants to trade with you today. Well, that's just rude.
Nobody wants our clothes.
I guess not. So much clothing.
That is rude.
All right, we're going to do a little hunting. There is... is that a bear? Oh, my God.
It is, and I panicked and ran away from it.
Look, I don't blame you. All right, you got a deer. That's good. There's another bear. Oh, got the bear. I am pretty sure that bear is going to... That's another deer. Oh, God. I'm telling you, there needs to be some kind of esport competition for Oregon Trail hunting. That is an untapped marketplace here. All right, 218. Wait a second. That was a big bear. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, apparently the bear didn't weigh very much.
I guess not. All right, so that haul resulted in 218 pounds of meat, of which, of course, we can only carry 100 back to the wagon. That's fine. We'll take 100.
Beggars can't be choosers.
All right, we're going to go out again. One more hunting trip.
Shit.
Those bears are very sneaky.
They are.
Man. All right, there's another bear.
Blackout.
Wild rabbit just shot by. There's a deer. Got the deer.
Blackout.
All right.
There's a squirrel on a bit of cocaine.
Well, this has been another successful trip. 209 pounds total, of which we can only carry 100 back to the wagon. That's fine. I'll take 100. I get it. I'm never not going to be cranky.
So that brings us to 710.
Okay.
I say, let's go one more.
One more. Okay.
Get ourselves up to 800.
Love it. We are now in August. There's another bear. Got him. I think it's going to be August 1st or 2nd by the time we hit the trail again. And so we're pretty far west. I would hope that... There's a deer. Excellent shot. We'll see if the weather is going to be a factor or if we're kind of far enough west and north where, obviously there wasn't... The effects of global warming were not as imminent in 1848 as they are in 2020. So what I'm getting at is, I hope that the rest of the summer isn't too hot and stormy for us. All right, let's continue onwards. It's August 2nd now. We're continuing on. It did get hot right on cue. Oh, boy. Nick Cage now has exhaustion. I mean, I don't blame him. He had a fever a couple months ago, got bit by a snake. Now he has exhaustion.
He's pretty much gotten all of the damage so far. Chubbers did have a fever.
That's true. We're going to rest for 3 days. So here we are back on August 8th. We are just a couple days out from Soda Springs. That's our next destination. But it is now hot, which I don't love.
Yeah, it's not great.
All right, here we are. Soda Springs. We made it. Now this just looks lovely. We got people.
Yeah, this looks amazing. This is like a vacation.
Right. This is like a swimming hole action here. Now again, I'm pretty sure that the woman in the top is naked and like
this
covering herself a little bit. It's definitely leaves very little to the imagination. I'm not, look, you do what you want to do. I'm just saying there's a little, you know what I'm saying.
I don't really like the way the oxen is looking at her. It's inappropriate.
It is inappropriate. All right. August 13th, we're at Soda Springs. Who we met at Soda Springs was Miles Hendrick. Now, I don't know which wagon Miles pulled up in, but he has some advice for us. I've heard it said that there are many shortcuts to take to shorten the journey. That by taking all the shortcuts, you can save many days on the trail. And why not? Saving time and provisions is worth the risk. I don't know, Miles. Miles is playing pretty fast and loose with the rules of the road.
He's clearly not talking to Nick Cage about this.
No, he is not. But the weather is cool. Only 57 miles from here to Fort Hall, so that should only take us a couple days. But knowing these cat drivers, man, who knows what's going to happen?
Inadequate grass.
Yeah, we're back to dealing with this pink grass situation, which I don't love. And we are now also dealing with a water situation, which is a little worrisome.
It is worrisome.
We're here at Fort Hall. Fort Hall has some very beautiful wildflowers, but it looks like a movie set from Blazing Saddles. It doesn't look like a real town.
Yeah, it's like propped up.
Yeah, like that. This immediately, I'm like, I don't like the look of this. Like, there's no people here. It just looks like a movie set.
Yeah, this ain't good.
I'm very suspicious about Fort Hall.
Let's see if people, a fellow traveler.
A fellow traveler
doesn't even have a name.
Here. Doesn't even have a name. That's how creepy Fort Hall is. Fort Hall is a busy fort. Yeah, sure it is. The wide stretches of meadow grass here are just what our tired animals need. As for me, I'll fix up the wagon leaks. Amanda's real anxious to wash all the clothes and linens in one of those clear streams. All right. I have a couple of issues with our statement from a fellow traveler.
Yeah.
1, he doesn't have a name. 2, who's Amanda? And 3, where are these rivers and streams? I have questions, okay? That's what I'm saying.
Smoke and mirrors.
Exactly.
All right, well, I'm going to rest the oxen because nameless man who is sleeping with Amanda told us to.
I think that's a smart idea.
So we'll give them 2 days rest.
Okay.
Hopefully they ate some of the grass.
God, I hope so. All right.
Oh, God, Snake River. That sounds terrifying.
182 miles from here to Snake River. Now, Snake River crossing is one of the most treacherous parts of this game. We've got 182 miles to get there. I feel like we just got to hunker down and truck out.
All right, we're going to have to hunt along the way.
That's true. That's true. We should be good for a few days, and then we'll see what happens here. Oh, God. Hamcat.
I broke my arm.
All right. Add this to the log here. August 21st. Hamcat. Broken arm. Now, fortunately, you're not driving, so hopefully you can just like put your arm up in a sling, and it'll be okay. Now, how is this going to affect your hunting, though, is the question.
I don't know. We're going to have to see.
All right, we'll find out. Still dealing with this water situation. Got on the wrong trail for a day. You know, it's a whole thing. Wow. Not only did we take the wrong trail, we then ended up at an impassable part of the trail and lost 9 days. That is wild. We're now in September.
Cats are doing.
These cats
are doing us no favor.
All right. Hopefully your arm is healed. We're going to try out some hunting. Got a deer right off the bat. So that was good. Another deer. A rabbit. Almost the third deer. That one got away. Okay. Well, making out here hunting-wise, your arm seems to be okay to hold the rifle.
It appears that I have both of them.
Yeah, that's true. Well, actually, it depends on like how much recoil the rifle has. That like if you
True.
could situate the rifle to like be balanced on your sling, then you could use the good arm to pull the trigger and the bad arm just to like prop up the rifle,
That is true. That is possible.
Yeah. Plus, if we have any, like ether or booze or something, you can just numb the pain a little bit so that you don't feel anything while you're out there hunting.
That's true. I'm just out here hunting drunk.
Yeah. But I gotta say, for a drunk, you're a great shot.
That's true. I don't know how much I just... Let's call that 92 pounds. I don't know.
Okay, excellent. All right.
I pressed the button too quick.
It's fine. All right, so number 3 here, got that squirrel right off the bat. It feels like the animals are moving in slow motion. Like you're just so good. You're so locked in. It's like in baseball when they say like the hitter like he's like it's looking like a volleyball coming at him or like a beach ball. Like you're so locked in right now that there's nothing you can't hit.
Our survival relies on me to be completely focused at this time. Plus, I took Adderall before the podcast.
There you go. So another 100-pound quarry? Something? I can't think of the word. But another 100 pounds back to the wagon. All right.
Let's keep it moving.
I gotta say, actually, before we move on, our health is now back up to good. So that's a good sign. Although right on cue, we deal with inadequate grass and some bad water. It's just like I say these things and then immediately the game is like, nah, that's not how this works. Now we are approaching the Snake River crossing. Oh no. Oh, the first real medical issue of the trek has occurred. Chubbers.
He's pooping everywhere.
Has dysentery. September 13th. Chubbers dysentery. That is rough. I'm sorry, buddy. Now, we're at the river here. Hopefully, we can make it down the river and continue on with our journey.
Hope so. Let's let this poor guy rest a little bit.
Good idea. We rested up for a couple days. It's now September 16th. We are about to lose the trail again for 3 days. Oh, this
every
trek,
time.
Man. Oh, now our health is down to poor. That is not bode well for us.
Yeah, that's not good.
All right, we're at the Snake River crossing. Let's take a look. So we have a guide here pointing at the river. I think that's pretty obvious. This is a tough one. This is always a tough part of the crossing here. But I think Peekins has the mental fortitude to pilot us to safety.
You too. She has yet to be injured. We're going to put our rations back up to filling for a little bit because our health is poor.
Good idea.
We're going to take a week off.
Smart. Good. Health improved. So that was good.
All right. Let's see what we got to do.
You must cross the river
in order
to continue.
Really wide fucking river.
1,000 feet across and 6 feet deep in the middle. Wow. Well, our options once again: ford the river, caulk the wagon, hire an Indian guide to help, wait to see if the conditions improve.
Well, in that photo, that Indian man looked very, very kind.
Yeah.
He pointed to the river, so he clearly knew where it was, so that's something.
I think he could be helpful.
Let's give it a try.
A Shoshone guide says that he will take your wagon across the river in exchange for 3 sets of clothing. Will you accept this offer? Oh boy.
Absolutely.
Look, if there's anything that we have on this trip, it is clothing. We have more than we could ever need. So that was just like a gift from the heavens, this guide.
That was amazing.
So here we are floating across. We have exchanged a few sets of clothing for safe passage. Okay, that took for way too long.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
That was really, really anxiety filled. But we made it across with no trouble. Nothing got wet. None of the cats jumped out. We're good to go.
All right.
All right.
We only have 430 7 pounds of food. So we got to pay attention to that. And
Okay.
heavy fog.
Heavy fog. Heavy fog. Okay. Feels like we're going to
All
do a little
right,
bit of
let's go
hunting, yeah?
Let's find some food because I put the portions back up to solid.
But I think that's okay because, again, we should check the map after this because we are making really good progress. And, you don't want to come in, if, God willing, we are able to make it all the way to the end. We don't want to come in hungry and dirty and tired. We want to come in happy and smiling with full bellies. So I backed the...
That's true. Look at the face. That's a smiling face right there.
That is a very smiling face. That bear was very big, 286 plus pounds. So I'll take that.
Yes.
All right, we'll try to get some more food out of here. There is a couple of deer here right off the bat. That's excellent. Another bear. The bear got away. All right, there's another deer. And a rabbit. Man, just outstanding.
Yeah.
And another bear. My God. You have quite the scene that you've left here.
I'm going for the record.
328 pounds, of which we'll take back 100. Third time's a charm here. Because that's how we roll here on the Untitled Joshcast. Oh, that squirrel. That squirrel was very squirrely. Came right up to you and then just ran right away. There's a bear.
Bit me in the foot.
Got the bear. Got another bear. The squirrel is just playing with you at this point.
Yeah, it was the same one. He ran in and called me an asshole and ran away.
That squirrel clearly has some ulterior motives here. But that's okay. Squirrel's going to squirrel. All right. We got our 300 pounds.
Squirrels are going to squirrel.
Let's check out the map. Because I'm curious as to how far along we are. All right. So we are about 3/4 of the way through, I think. We're pretty far along.
We're doing well.
We are doing well.
We're clearly just outside of Idaho.
Yep. Fort Boise is up next.
So if it weren't for that potato famine that happened in the 1840s, we could probably get some potatoes. I don't think that even happened here. I think that was in Ireland, but still topical.
Yes. Sure. I mean, they have potatoes in Idaho, too. I assume.
That's true.
All right, so it's
October. You know what they don't
now.
have? They don't have water.
Yeah, so now we're in October. We have lost another day due to fog, which is going to happen, especially out here in the mountains. But we are dealing with some water. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Chubbers. Chubbers was just recovering. Oh. Oh. Okay. So Chubbers was just recovering from dysentery, then broke his leg, then was lost for 2 days. Oh. It is a rough go for this fella. October.
Honestly, 8th. Like, I don't want to pile on, but all of this is very on brand for him.
Trevor's is lost for a couple days. Our health is good. So
That's
our health
true.
is improved. Resting up that's a good idea. We've just got Chubbers back. I feel like we should rest for a couple days before heading out on the trail. That was a smart move. I back it.
Emotional feelings after he vanished.
Yep. All right, so here we go. We're 81 miles out from the fort, or from Boise here. Boise? Yeah, Fort Boise, I think. We lost another 9 days due to the trail. It has gotten colder. It is now late October. It's now October 24th.
Yeah.
So all that surplus clothing will come in handy.
We've made very bad time due to being lost for 120 days.
That's true.
And it's going to be December when we pull in.
We lost, I don't know, maybe a month or two between, again, here's another wrong trail, lose 4 days. We've lost a bit of time here going on the wrong trail. But you know what? We soldier on. We found some more wild fruit. I'll take the wild fruit. I'll take it anytime.
That's positive.
One of the oxen is injured. All right. Look,
good.
We only have 260 pounds of food. We might have to eat one of the oxen. Just saying.
That's true. We made it.
We made it to Fort Boise.
We have arrived.
This is a lovely scene. mother and child just doing something. There's flowers. There's an oxen just like chilling on the grass.
It's really I think that nice. Oxen is the injured one. He can't walk.
Yeah, he might be. All right. Well, It's cold. It's now November 4th. We have no shortage of clothing, but we are running low on food. Our bullet stock, our ammunition stock, rather, is fine as well. But we will need to do some hunting.
Yes. Let's talk to a person.
Jacob Hofstetter is here at Fort Boise. This is what he has to tell us. Every night, even though I ache from the day's toils, my head is filled with dreams of the rich farmland of the Willamette Valley. I will build myself a fine, handsome homestead, and I'm certain I'll be rich within 5 years. That's a great 5-year goal, 5-year plan, Jacob. I wish you well.
He's not a killjoy.
No, very positive. I appreciate that. Can we buy supply? Oh, actually, we don't have a lot of money. That's right. We're probably better off hunting.
That's true. All right, let's get on the road and we'll do some hunting.
All right, 160 miles from here to the Blue Mountains. Should be very scenic.
That's true.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Immediately hit a blizzard and lost the day. Immediately. All right, we're going to do some hunting here. There's a deer right off the bat. He got away. Squirrel. So, the land here around Fort Boise has a lot of squirrels, I'm noticing. There's another squirrel. Another squirrel. Wow, it's all squirrels. Squirrels as far as the eye can see. Oh, there's a deer. Bagged a deer. That was a good one. Okay. Well, another successful hunt in the books. This will net us 73 pounds of meat. Small squirrels around here. We need bigger squirrels.
Yeah. We do need bigger squirrels. There's a
bear right off the bat. That squirrel came up and bit you, I think, in the ankle, and then ran away.
It did. It's rude.
It was rude. Got that rabbit. Man, those rabbits are going crazy.
They are. They're frolicking about.
They are going way too fast. Just way too fast. £193. Obviously, we'll take that 100 back to the wagon.
Yes, we will.
Okay, number 3. Here we go.
Last round.
There's a rabbit. There's a bear. Oh, bear got away. That plant, flower thing in the middle there, it looks like kelp or something. Like it should be underwater. Not like in the middle of the forest here in Boise. But you know what? I've never been to Boise. Maybe they have some weird plants that I don't know about.
Pretty.
Could be. All right. Hunt number 3 here is in the books. 178 pounds. We'll obviously take 100 back. Okay. Hopefully this blizzard passes. Because that would not be fun to get stuck in. We'll see how we do here.
No, it would not.
Number 11th now. Veterans Day. Oh, God. Oh, no. Gersh has dysentery. That's not good. November.
That is not good.
12th. Gersh. Dysentery. That is just troubling news. We've had a pretty good stretch of a pretty healthy trip, all things considered. I'm hoping that this is the worst of it, but a couple of days rest.
Well, we stopped for
good.
Stopped for 3 days to let you heal.
Okay. Ooh, lost another day in the blizzard. We'll soldier on. Oh boy. November 17th, Nick Cage, broken leg. That is troublesome. Wait, didn't he break his leg earlier? Wait a second. Broken leg. Let me look back at my log here.
Captain's log.
So this is what's happened in Nick Cage thus far. May 26th, fever.
Here we go.
July 21st, snake bite. November 17th, broken leg. He's had a rough go.
That's not good.
Had a rough go, I think.
It's a rough go.
Okay. Here we go. We continue onward.
Can I have a power outlet? We've been on the Oregon Trail so long that my computer's going to die. Okay. There we go. We're not going to rest for Nick Cage.
Oh, heavy fog.
Heavy fog.
All right. So it's now November 18th. It's cool up here in the mountains of the Northwest. Our health is fair right now. Obviously, Nick Cage is recovering from his broken leg. We have 295 pounds of food, which is a little low. So
it's a little low.
We'll have to hunt probably after we hit that next location. We've already gone over 1,600 miles. We're making good progress. I mean, it is getting late in the year, so that might become an issue. Again, as we've said, we've spent a lot of time being lost. We've just come across another grave site.
Bad driver.
Let's see who's buried here.
All right.
Here lies Scott. The code is FT. Okay.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either, Scott, but thank you. May you rest in peace. I hope that your friends and family are all well.
Yes. And I hope they figured out what that code stands for.
Coming up on the mountains, hitting some rough trail here, which should be expected as we get closer to the mountains.
So let's what
do you want to do?
We've been at steady anyway. Yep. I didn't even know we could go faster.
Oh yeah, so
all right. Well, let's stick with steady.
Yeah, so the changing of your pace, I think, affects your health and safety. Like, I think maybe your wagon is more apt to break if you're going too fast.
Yeah. I thought that we were in a position where we were moving in the middle of the pace. It turns out we were moving as slow as possible. So that's not good.
That's just what happens out here on the trail.
All right, computer's charging, so we won't lose that on the trail.
Fantastic. Don't want to lose that.
No. Here we go.
Okay, a couple days out from the mountains, as we now near late November, hitting some rough trail again, but that's okay. Nothing we can't overcome.
I think we got this.
Oh, blizzard right on cue. That'll cost us a day.
Getting a little low on food.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, what do you know? A thief comes during the night and steals 11 sets of clothing. That, oof. I think he stole.
Okay, so I have some thoughts on that.
Yeah.
Yes, we clearly sleep naked.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how we would not have been alerted to a thief undressing us in the middle of the night.
Right, like he literally stole all of the clothing.
All right.
That's a little troublesome.
So it is troublesome.
All right.
For those watching, I'm just going to take a quick second and document this. All right.
All right.
Here we
December 1st. It's December 1st, the day we lost all of our clothes.
An autobiography. Let's see if I can hunt naked.
Yeah, I think hunting is the right move here because again we're down to, I think it was maybe 100 pounds or so of food, and so we're gonna need to definitely restock the meat. This is a very protein heavy journey, which I guess is needed, for like energy and calories and stuff. But
That's
not
true.
a lot of
plus cats aren't vegetarian.
Yeah, not a lot of culinary diversity is what I'm saying.
It's a lot of bear.
Yeah. All right, so there's one successful trip in the books. We should do a few more before we head back out. Man, that rabbit was taking off. 2 deer right off the bat. Now, I don't think there are those cacti? There's no way there's cacti in this part of the country.
It looks like cacti.
But again, I've never been out in this part of the country. Maybe there are. I don't know.
It's pretty.
All right, here
I
we go.
drove through some of this while we were delivering those puppies.
Oh, that's right. All right, hunting trip number 3 here. There's a bear right off the bat here. Not too much getting in the way.
He's been shot in the face.
There is another deer. Got him. A rogue rabbit appears. That deer is on a mission. But it's dead now. Another 100 pounds back.
All right. Let's go one more because we were pretty low.
Yeah, I agree.
I was cut off in traffic by a rabbit.
All right, there's a rabbit. Let's see what else we can bag here. Huh. Suddenly, the field is very empty. Oh, there's a squirrel. There's a bear. Excellent. All right, another squirrel. They got to have big... Nope, they got small squirrels in these parts. Only 126 pounds total.
All right, one more.
One more it is. We were a little low on food, so I don't mind the extra, the extra hunting here. We want to make sure we have plenty of food.
Bitten in the face by a bear.
A squirrel came right up on you.
They did.
Very empty here in the
forest.
We're
going home empty-handed.
Oh, there's a bear. Got him.
Hope everybody on the podcast appreciates my gun sound right there.
All right, so that was a successful round of hunting. We took a couple days off. We are now at the Blue Mountains. It's very scenic here in the Blue Mountains.
It's beautiful.
And you can see how tall the mountain is. It goes above the horizon line.
That's true. It's really, really green for it being December 7th.
Yeah. Very scenic out here in the Blue Mountains. All right,
let's see
continue on.
What anybody has to say about it really quick.
Marnie Stewart is also hanging out here at the mountain stop. And she has this to say. We followed the edge of the desert from Fort Boise to the forbidding wall of the Blue Mountains. The hills were dreadful steep, locking both wheels and coming down slow. We got down safe. Poor animals, no grass or water for days. Oh, well, this is just what we need.
This is going to go bad.
A harsh sign of things to come.
Here we go. Oh,
okay.
We have choices.
The trail divides here. We can head for Fort Walla Walla or head for the Dales. So let's check out the map here and see what our options are. So Fort Walla Walla is much farther to the north, whereas the Dales is a little bit west-northwest. Now, am I crazy, or is there only one stop between us and the end of the trail? Like, are we that close right now?
It looks like it.
That's wild.
It does look like it, and I don't know why we would even think about going to Fort Walla.
I mean, like, that...
I don't see
Marnie just told us about the dangers of the mountains. Like, I feel like that's where we don't want to go.
Yeah. All right, which one do we think?
I'm thinking the Dales. I think that's the better choice.
Me.
Okay. Bless you. Oh, right on cue. That
sneeze, I sneezed and then I got cholera.
That sneeze was a sign of things to come, and you now have cholera. Let me write this in my log here. December 8th. Ham cat cholera. Okay.
All right, great. Let's see if I can sleep it off. Can you sleep off cholera?
I mean, yeah, I have no idea. One thing I would also recommend here is that maybe knock the food rations down.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah. Look at that.
Now our health is very poor. Oh, boy. Things are taking a turn. I mean, it is the middle of December. It is cold.
Yeah. We shouldn't even be outside right now.
No, definitely not. Oh, boy. Oh, God. Now I have the measles. December 13th. Gersh. Measles. Quite the,
Doesn't sound good.
Quite the, emergency room that we are now building inside of our wagon.
Yeah. We're going to get 10 miles away and we're all going to die.
Yep. We're going to rest for a couple more days. Oh, no! Oh, guys. Nick Cage has died. He didn't make it. He was so grief-stricken over my contracting cholera that he died that very same day. Nick.
You don't have cholera.
Cage.
I have cholera.
Oh, I had the measles. I'm sorry. Dies. Sorry, Nick. R.I.P. Now Hamcat's come down with exhaustion.
We're going to die.
It's not looking good for us, folks.
It's not.
Chubbers has a fever. Oh, boy.
Fever.
Wow. Oh, no.
I'm dead.
You died. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hamcat dies. Our party is now down to 3 people. Pekins, Chubbers, and me, and I now have a broken leg. Unbelievable.
I would like to point out that Pekins has not had a single injury on this trip.
Nope, perfectly healthy the entire time. All right, we lost the trail again for a couple days on an impassable trail. And I'm dead.
You're dead.
12:27. Gersh dies. So, just to recap real quick, there are only 2 members of our party left, and they're both cats.
They're both cats.
Oh, boy.
They have an unfair advantage. They have 9 lives.
That's true. Very true. Lost a day in a severe blizzard. Oh, man. It's a rough go of things right now. It is December 29th.
Let's give them a couple days.
Okay. We are now
start a new year.
January 1st, 1849. It's cold. The health is poor. Rations are meager. Oh, but gosh darn it, we're going to make it. I hope. Only 2 members of the party left. Pekins and Chubbers. Trying to do some hunting right now.
I can literally only move in this corner.
The randomly generated map here for this hunt has not been kind. So sadly, I don't think it's going to result in any food. Gonna have to go again.
We're gonna die.
Oh man! All right, hunt number 2.
It is January 2nd, which means it is my birthday, but I'm dead.
Well, R.I.P. There is nothing. Oh man, there's a bear. Oh, the bear got away. Wow, very slim pickings here. Yellow rabbit though, that's good. There's another bear. Got the bear. Okay. Whew. At least we got something out of that one.
Whew. Cats can live to fight another day.
All right, here we go. We'll spend another day out hunting. Let's see what we can do. Those rabbits, man. Light speed.
They're moving so quickly. It's rabbit country.
It is rabbit country, and very little else is happening right now.
Yeah, everything's in hibernation. It's a lot smarter than us.
Oh, that's true. That's very smart. All right, there's a deer. That's good. There's a bear. Okay. Here we go. That's another 100 pounds in the bag.
I feel like because there's only 2 cats left, we can change the rations back to fill-in.
Oh, that's probably a good idea. That makes sense because they're only the 2 of them. They're not going to eat as much.
That's true.
And hopefully
see what we can do here.
Severe
Pekins is
blizzard.
still getting lost.
Oh, very little water. Oh, man. Lost another day in the blizzard. Oh, Pekins. Pekins comes down with a fever on January 10th.
Oh, she's got a fever.
Her first ailment of the journey. Pekins. Fever. We are very close, though, to
we are
the next
very,
stop.
very close.
We're going to rest for a few days.
No one died, so that's positive.
Oh, come on. A thief came during the middle of the night and stole 71 bullets. That's just rude.
I mean, that is rude.
We're closing up on this next landmark. We're so very close. Oh, it's cold. I gotta say, though, our health has improved from very poor to poor. So at least there's that.
That's something.
Here we are at the Dales. Is this the part where we actually have to, like, float? Do you have
I think this is where we actually have to float down the river, yes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
It's all up to the cats now. Now, our option here, float down the Columbia River, which is something you actually have to do, or take the Barlow Toll Road. Now, I assume the toll road costs money. The thieves have stolen clothing and bullets, but I think we still have a little bit of money. Or you can...
We have $35.
Yeah. Or you can take your chances down the river.
Let's see what it costs. I am willing to pay $9 to not float down the river.
Is a fair price to pay. 100 miles from here to the Willamette Valley. God willing, we can make it.
Here we go.
Oh, Pekins is exhausted, and you know what? I don't blame her.
You're so close, Pekins. All right. Let's see. Take 5 days off.
All right, we're gonna rest for a few days.
Our health is spare.
Oh man, we are okay. So the cats, you know what? The cats are gonna survive us. They're gonna outlive us. Clearly. It's now February. Heavy fog. That's fine. I'll take some fog.
Grass is green. Everything looks beautiful.
Oh, come on. A thief comes and steals 10 pounds of food. I don't like this at all.
It's like one cheeseburger. It's fun.
Here we are in the Willamette Valley. It is beautiful here, I will say.
That's too bad that neither of us got to see it.
I know. Man, like, this is from April 1st to February 8th. That is how long it took us. The two cats, they are the only ones that made it. Pekins and Chubbers, they had their share of issues along the way. But Pekins, though, made it almost the entire journey without any ailments. It wasn't until...
Yeah, she's a fighter.
It wasn't until January that she had her first bout of fever. Oh, man, this has been quite a journey. Points for... So here, now that we have made it to the end, to Oregon, we actually do get to see what our point totals are. And so at the end, we had one person in poor health, which was Pekins. Chubbers was fine. We had one wagon. What do you mean one wagon? Of course we had a wagon. You mean that we were going to arrive on foot? I don't really understand that one. We had all 8 of our oxen. I got to say.
All of our oxen.
All of our oxen intact. That's got to be some kind of record. We had some spare parts. We had only one set of clothing left.
One of the 2 cats were naked when they arrived.
84 bullets, 395 pounds of food, and $26 in cash. Oh, man. What a journey.
I would say this was a successful trip for the most part, except for all of the death.
Except for all of the death. And, you know, because we came in as the carpenters, all of the point total was doubled. So that's 842 points for anyone keeping score at home. I have no idea where that ranks in the annals of Oregon Trail history. But according to this, we're a greenhorn. That's probably the rank we're going to come in as. There it is. Rank of Greenhorn. I love it. The Untitled Joshcast has successfully traveled from Independence, Missouri, all the way to Willamette Valley in Oregon. I didn't think we were going to make it. It was touch and go there for a while.
I didn't either.
Nick Cage, me, we all died like right away.
We went down.
Not right away, but we all died like right after each other.
The podcast is now titled the Untitled Two Cat Podcast.
I mean, they're the only ones that are left.
Yep.
Okay, this has been a lot of fun. A very long episode. If for whatever reason I can't upload this as one giant video, I will split it up. But we'll see. We'll see how that works. This has been fun. Do you have any final words before we sign off of this adventure?
Don't get dysentery.
Don't get dysentery. The Untitled Joshcast 2020. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. At this point on the audio version, I will now play the regular outro. At this point on the video version, I will simply bid you adieu until next time.